question that you can ask your partner to check in with them.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything heavy on your heart in this moment? Right. Is there anything that I could do to be a better partner, to be a better girlfriend, to be a better boyfriend, to be a better husband, or be a better fiance? Like, is there anything that I can do for you? Right. What's something that you're excited about doing that doesn't have to do anything with this relationship? Is there anything that you're excited about that has to do with our relationship? Is there anything that you had on your heart as far as any resentment or any unforgiveness that's attached to our relationship that we didn't talk about?
Yes.
Right? Have I made you feel any type of way as of late? It reminds me of a conversation that I had with my lady this past weekend. And it was an uncomfortable conversation, but we navigated through it. It was cool. So at the end of the conversation, she asked me, "So what are you feeling right now?" And I said, "I feel attacked. I feel attacked and I feel defensive." And she was like, "But do you think that I'm attacking you?" And I was like, "No." I said, "Honestly, that's a great question." I said, "I don't think you're attacking me. I'm receiving it. I perceive it as being attacked, but I don't think your intentions are to attack me. It's just to really relay a message." So the fact that she was able to ask that question, now we're able to connect, and she knows that I'm only feeling offensive or feeling attacked because that's the way I receive the message.
Exactly.
But I know underneath, and I know her heart is a different place. She's coming from a different place.
Yeah.
So if you don't check in with your partner, if you don't ask your partner the right questions, if you don't make everything about you.
Well, JR, I can't stand when I heard some bitch called partner. We not partners. Say that shit. Ain't nothing partner about us. We not equal. So we not partners. So, but I understand what he's trying to say. And that thing, what he's saying, he's talking to his wife. Or his wife is talking to her husband. But whatever it is, we keeping it in the household. I think that's a problem with our community nowadays. We allow everybody in the home. Everybody knows our business. Everybody's involved, got their hand in our stew. If I'm a cook, I'm not going to let you put some goddamn seasoning in my goddamn chili. I'm the cook. You don't need to be involved in putting your extra pepper in there or your extra season salt or your lies and all bullshit. This is between me and my wife. We're going to figure this shit out. Now, if I'm laying hands on my wife, then I expect her to go talk to her family and do whatever she got to do to get an exit plan. If I'm physically or mentally abusing her, or financial abuser, as some of y'all ladies like to say now, because we financially abusing y'all. If I'm doing all those things, I understand why you're having a conversation, try to get up through. But if none of that's going on, let me and my wife work this thing out. Why are you involved? Why is your auntie over in our business? Why does your mother feel like she could just come up the house without letting me know, without calling or getting inquiring, just popping the fuck up? Why? Because you opened the door, allow that shit to happen. That's not what it is. A marriage between us is between us two. It's a circle of two. That's how we make a whole. If I want a square, then I will make a square, but we got to circle her. All these other sides don't need to be added to this. This ain't no goddamn octagon. It's a circle. Keep folks at your goddamn business, people. And fellas, if you don't have a woman that sits there and tells you she needs you, don't get with her. If you got a woman that doesn't tell you she needs you, don't be with her. Because let me tell you, when you need something, you do whatever you got to can to get it. When that bill needs to pay, you'll come up with that money. You want something, you ain't pressing. Or somebody give you something, you ain't pressing. You don't take care of it like you do. But if you need and you want, man, you'll go out there and do what you got to do. When you buy it yourself, you'll appreciate that shit. Because you know you need that shit. But when somebody gives you don't appreciate as much as you do. You just wanted it. So you don't have a level of appreciation like you should. Find a man. Find a woman who says she needs you and watch at a level of appreciation there.
I think I got a question.
Yes, sir. I got to answer for you, big brother. You know what?
Should a man be in the same mindset and say that he needs that woman?
Man, I don't know no man that don't. Like you said, unless he a sissy. And that's a different type conversation, JR. Men don't have no problem with admitting we need women in our lives. That's never been a problem for us. We now you might got a few guys who's hell bent on saying that shit because like I think they said bad experiences. But at the end of the day, you don't realize, yeah, fuck it, man. I know I've been through some shit, but I do need a woman. He may want it may have to hurt his pride to admit it, but he will. But we know as men, we do need women. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is you got a group of women who's saying shit like that, that's bad, man. And to be on a public platform teaching other young girls who may be watching that shit with their mothers or their grandmothers, saying this and spewing out this shit. And guess what? They're going to believe it. Why? Because it's on TV. It has to be true. Or it's on the internet. It's got to be true. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it on IG. I've seen it on FB, if they even use that anymore. I've seen it on X. It's got to be true. But that poisonous message is being spewed to our young girls. And that's not good.
Nope.
Right on.
I want to speak to the clip that you just showed. I think that checking in with I know I just read the comments. People don't like the word partner. Life partner. I if you want to get caught up in the semantics, you can, but I'm not. When I think it's healthy to check in with your partner because emotions change, people's minds change, people grow at different paces, develop at different paces. So having a check-in is something that actually got introduced to me a couple years ago, and it really, like he said, helps you to connect with the person. It helps you to evaluate whether this is a place that you should stay or whether you should move on, or what areas need work. And also, just, I keep saying, having the language to express your emotions. A lot of men sometimes don't know what they're feeling, or a lot of people, let me just say, don't know what they're feeling, so they don't know how to express it. But yeah, check-ins are definitely, I believe, a key to a long-term successful relationship.
But Angela, you know what? When people used to say partners back in the day, you know what that means? It means they two gay couples because they couldn't be recognized as husband and wife, or husband and husband, or wife and wife. That's why a lot of people say and think like that when you say partner.
Yeah, people. I guess that's the cultures. The culture has made it that way, but partnership can be a partnership between a man and a woman and a man. I just think of it as more, when I think of being with a man, you said something like we're not equal. So I wanted to ask you, what does equal mean to you? Like,
aren't you a woman?
I am a woman.
And I'm a man, so we're not equal, man.
But what I'm saying,
there's no equality. And look, your expectations for me is different from my expectations from you, correct? So as a man, you expect me to do a manly thing because I believe in gender roles. So we're not going to be equal. I don't expect you to go out there and put a battery in my truck. I don't expect you to go fill up my tank. I don't expect you to cut the yard. I don't expect that. Okay. But I'm sure that's what you expect, but in equality, I do it 1 week, you do it. And Angela, next week you're gonna cut the grass. Next week you're gonna take care of you're gonna go out there and fix our car. Next week you're gonna go get our gas, fill it up. That's why I expect you, because we're partners, right? We're equal. Right? We're equal, but we're not.
So when I think of equal, I think of different ways you can get to 8, different ways you can get to 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10. So when I think of being equal, I don't think of necessarily doing the exact same things to bring value, but I do think of both people bringing an equal level of value to the whatever form of relationship. So I'm not saying that I can do the exact same things that you can do, but I'm saying I'm bringing just as much value as you bring. So that's my point.
If I'm in the house, somebody's knocking on the door, you don't know, I expect you to go into that door. We equal. You can go into the door just like I can.
Hank, I'm not about to.
I don't care if you're intimidated. I know that, but a lot of people want to. But what I'm saying is we're not equal, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with us being equal. That's the beautiful thing about us men and women. When we come together, we're gonna make a beautiful thing together. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not. It's the yin and the yang, and you want to be part of it.
I think sometimes men feel more powerful when they feel like they're more significant than the other person. But I think that there's power in understanding that you have value, and your woman, your lady, your wife has value too. So like the whole superiority like complex. I like equal means equal. That's why I asked you what you feel like it meant in the beginning of the conversation, because regardless of what you do, that does not shrink or take away from what I'm doing to contribute to what we're building. So that's just like saying the engineer is not the engineer, and the actual people who built the building are not equally as important in the project of the building being complete. Like everybody has their part and they're different parts, but everyone's part is important and everyone's part is equally important.
But that doesn't devalue the person. The architect is the person that comes up with it all. So if there's no architect who in that situation is superior, then the building is non-existent.
So if there's no people to build it, then what the architect's idea would never come to fruition.
But you can get anybody to build a building.
You can't get anybody to build a building. You have to have a certain skill set in order to build a building, or else we will all be building buildings.
No,
well, look, I'm not talking about architecting and building buildings. I'm talking about building relationships. So there's jobs and gender roles. There's hierarchy. I believe in all of that. Whether you want to believe in it or not, that's your choice. But I do believe in hierarchy. I do believe in gender roles, and that's how I roll. Now, you can say I'm archaic and call me old-fashioned. That's cool. I'm okay with you. Just not the woman for me, and I'm okay with that too. But guess what? When it comes to the certain households and how things are run, yeah, it runs at a certain level. Is there a strength about me? Yes. I'm strong in certain areas and you're not. And that's okay. You're strong in certain areas and I'm not. You know what the woman's strength? It's her femininity. If she rests in it, she could conquer the world. But the problem is most ladies don't want to do that. They want to be partners. They want to be just as powerful and on that same level as me. We can't. We're not built the same. We don't handle certain pressures. I got these broad shoulders for a reason. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me. But you don't handle because you're not ready for the things I have to carry. I'm like Atlas. I got to carry the weight of the world on my shoulder. But you're not built for that. But you're built to give birth to my son or my daughter. You're built for that. Rest in it. Enjoy it. Love it.
So hold on real quick. So I do like to bring up definitions, and maybe some people may look at it because of the definition, but here we go. Partner is either a pair of people engaged together in the same activity. Arrange the children in pairs so that each person has a partner. Definition number 2, either a member of a married couple or of an established unmarried couple. Example, she lived with her partner. And then you also have the verb down there as well. Be the partner of. An example is young farmers who partner Isabel to the village dance.
Back to the equality part. I think that when in a relationship, be it a marriage or partnership, whatever you want to label it, if there's a failure in that relationship, 9 out of 10 is going to be on the man. We learned early on in the book of Genesis that when God gave the rules of the Garden of Eden to Adam and Eve, once he found out that they did something, he addressed Adam, because Adam was supposed to be over his wife. And I don't talk to your wife, I talk to you because you're over your wife. So I think that it's all rooted in that, and the accountability falling upon the man. So in that sense, I agree with Hank. Men and women aren't equal. It's if I got into a dispute with you, Angela, and we're going back and forth, if someone else looks at that, they are then going to side. Well, they should side with the woman, because a man shouldn't be bickering and going back and forth with a woman. That man is supposed to handle that with another man. So again, that's another point of where most women want to not be equal, so it's we have to keep that across the board, because yeah, we may be both humans, we're both in the same human race, but it's we're not actually equal. There's many different things that shows and proves that through the build of people, the accountability, the expectations. So there's not equal expectations, so we can't be equal. Now that doesn't devalue the place of a woman, and I think that that's the part where most women are triggered by it, because they think that, oh, okay, well, I'm deemed less valuable to you, and that's not the case, because the human race can't continue on without women. So we have real men out here that appreciate and treasure and protect our women, because we know that we're not equal. So I have to do my job that was given to me by God to protect and do my job that he told us to do.
Okay.